welcome Banana Brigade to this series of Minecraft. In this series I'm going to attempt to build something that I've read in a book or listened to from an audio book, and I would like you to guess it before I mention what it is. It's going to take a fair few episodes to do, so at the moment I'm just going to scout for an area where I can build this. It's going to be pretty large with my rough calculations. So as you can tell, I'm in survival mode, so I'm going to have to get a bed, make a bed pretty quickly. These areas look too hilly, so it looks a bit flatter out there. Still too hilly, I reckon. Alright, start getting some wool for a bed. Start off with, see if we can get brown. Oh, okay, I'm just going to forget. Get dye I reckon, because I haven't got, unless I managed to get 3 of the same colour wool. So that looks probably about the colour I want. Oh, a couple of baddies out already. He must have spawned out. Alright, let's go this way. Yes. Oh. Alright, he's dead. Okay, yep, so they're all both alive. I reckon this will be almost the colour I would need to suit the area that I'm looking for. So now we've just got to find the right spot to build it that's going to be big enough for this build. So it's got a few red flowers that make dye. It's not going to work down there, it's just going to be good in some way, since the colour that we need is just over here to the right now. I reckon this would almost be, this should be pretty close to being ideal size. Probably have to take some of this hill out and some of the hill behind us as well. Alright, let's look for a sheep. Definitely water out there, so we can make our bed ready to sleep the first night away, hopefully. Alright, ready to get some timber, let's get some oak. And then hopefully by the time we've done this, we can get another sheep. So we're just going to get this last bit here, probably clean the leaves up, because it just doesn't look, I don't like the look of it, hovering leaves. So I get all the sticks and stuff, because they'll come in handy for making tools and torches. So what we finish this off. Have a look for another sheep. I've got a bit of fun. Here's a big hole in the ground, because that would have been awesome. So the area we're looking at, oh there we are, just seeing a sheep down there. Is it a sheep? Alpacas, llamas, whatever you call them. Sure that was sheep. I could have been wrong. Alright, we're just gonna make our dye ready to go. So we need, we've got black wool, turn it to red wool, and now the brown wool. that gives us 2, so we just need 1 more sheep. And then we will be right to make the bed. Now, as I was saying, I'm probably looking at around 250 to 300 blocks space that we need. Definitely nothing down there. So I've got a lot of clearing to do, but I'll do predominantly most of that off camera. And then come back in when I've done 100. Oh, don't need a bed. 100 block squares. So clear 1,000 blocks out area. Then whatever the hill is. So I'll probably do that and then get into doing some building of it. That's what I've got to work out. But in this stage, we're just going to try and find an area. Find an area we can call base for now until we get one of the buildings done, which we'll be able to hang out in there. Yeah, this is definitely the colour. Well and truly the area. Alright, we need crafting table. Now, I need to. I'm doing. Oh. Still remember. Alright, which 2 things? Thought I did all 3. There, mental blank. Alright, so now we're going to have to make the bed. Alright, there we are. Let's pull this all apart now. Oh, we've got some seeds. Now, part of this build contains a farm. Contains a couple of farms actually. Contains a food farm and also an animal farm. So I don't know if that's any hints. Remember, I'm not going to say or show, apart from obvious evidence, the building part, but I'm not going to show or tell you what the build is. I want you to guess it. So just comment on the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for make sure the notification bell's on so you can get an update when the next video comes out. I'm just going to clean this out like I normally do for a day 1 build. Just punch a hole in the wall in a cliff. Just going to make some room so hopefully I'm going to put some chests in here because I want to keep as much of the materials I've got to either level the ground out or do the buildings or the build. So we're going to need a lot of supplies for that. That's it, smack it with a bed. Theoretically, would that ever work? Probably not. Alright, beds in. Just going to put a wonderful crafting table there. Now, let's make a door. Wrong door. I really like those doors, just try and see, especially early game, you want to be able to see if it's daylight or not. So, we'll just put that in, so now you can see if it's daylight. Alright, now we need to look at getting or doing some storage. Oh, no. I'll cook food instead, actually. Oh, torches. Make torches. I'm confused what I'm doing. I'm going to make some torches. So now make some coal. If it's enough. Night time. Let's go to sleep. We'll see you on the next day. Next day, which is technically day 1 now. We'll make some torches. Definitely want to get some chests in here. Gonna need a lot of chests. So I'm gonna get a lot of cobblestone, dirt in here. So we'll just get set up, cook this bit of food so I don't get stranded. Now the most efficient way of doing that is making slabs. More efficient way. Hello, Mr. Alpaca. Come and say hello. Wait till someone's going to try and attack you in there. Oh, and you. Didn't see you. Alright, so it looks like there's going to be a lot of work to be done here. Now, I'll be looking at probably taking this down a few levels. Let's get some bones. That's going to be handy. Jump and attack. Jump and attack. Get more power in your attack. Which means you kill it quicker. So, yeah, we're going to probably take some of that mountain out. Take some of this out. Now I'm thinking, and judging by that, we would probably need to drop it down to, and to be reasonable, about 94 in height. But we'll add that when we go out there and start bulldozing or terraforming the land. Let's get these chests in. Start getting these chests in. Give us a bit more room to start off with. I'll just take these out because then we can stack chests on top of each other. Because if you put it on top of each other, it won't open. I don't know, I was doing that for a minute. Obviously I had plans in my head and I just didn't execute them. Alright, so we need some we're looking for timber, different timber. Now, might use this for burning because it's just not a commonly used wood for building. So that's it. Oh, didn't even know there was a creeper behind me. Well, obviously I did once I blew it up. Alright, so let's clear them out. Let's make some slabs. Birch slabs. Now we'll do our food. I'll add some more because I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, 1 and 1. Alright, let's going to eat this up. Going to collect the rest of this and do a bit of housekeeping around here. Everything up and clean your inventory up, ready for going out and clearing the land. And hopefully it shouldn't take too long if I don't go too deep. So this is probably going to wrap this episode up very, very shortly. So we'll probably go off once we've sorted the area out. Alright, thanks for joining us on this episode. The first episode of this book build. I'll see you in the next one once I've cleared out the 100 by 100 area so we can start construction on the next build. So in the meantime, stay bananas and stay safe. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and we will catch you in the next episode. Bye.